Good afternoon, students. Today we are taking our first lesson from Term 2 book, Science subject. Lesson 1, Birds, Beaks and Feet. Okay, students, what can you see in the picture? We can see different types of birds, right? Can you identify the names of the given birds? Yes, we can easily identify their names and the color of this birds have and the types of food they eat, right? There are different type of legs, feet and their beak, right? But when we look at all these birds, we can see something very important where all the birds have, right? So what is that? What is that thing where all the birds have? चिड़िया सब चिड़िया में वो वाला जो है क्या हो सकता है वो? Their clothes, right? Which is known as feathers. Why all the birds they have feathers? Birds are also animals and their bodies are covered with feathers, like we wear clothes to cover our body, right? And most of the birds can fly, but there are some birds that do not fly, okay? So those birds which cannot fly are penguins, ostriches and geese. Of course they also fly, but not like other birds. They try to flew for a very short distance only, okay? So they are called as flightless bird. And this bird they have a different eating habits. मतलब के all these animals they have very different eating habits. मतलब अलग अलग खाना खाता है ना, अलग अलग तरह की होता है खाना खाने के लिए, okay? क्योंकि some birds they eat insect, some birds they eat the flesh of other animals, na? So each bird's beak, their mouth, suits its eating habit, okay? And in this lesson, you will be learning only about the birds' beaks and their feet. Let us learn about the various beaks of birds. Okay, the first beak that we are going to learn is about the hook beak. What do you see here? It is a hook, right? This hook, it has a very pointed hook, right? So some of the birds, such as eagles, hawks, owls, and vultures are carnivores. Why they are called carnivores? Because they kill the other animals and eat their flesh. And how they can kill the other animals very easily? Because they just look at their beak here. देखो बहुत चुंगा है ना, बहुत pointed, right? Their beaks are very dangerous and their claws ना, वो लोग का बाव जो बहुत sharp है ना, they can easily catch the other animals like rabbits na, and small birds, squirrels, snakes, okay? And those are the types of food which these animals used to eat. Why their beak is called as hook? Because their mouth shaped like a hook, okay? Hook का जैसा है इसलिए उन लोग का beak जो hook beak ऐसा बोला है, ठीक है ना? उन लोग का beak को देखो तो the upper portion of the beak curves down, मतलब कि ऊपर वाला जो क्या है ऐसा देरा करके है ना, and the lower portion of the beak comes to a sharp point with the upper beak, okay? So this is how the hook beak is called. Understood? So the birds such as eagles, owls, hawks, vultures, they use their beak as their weapon to kill the other animals, to bite them, and to tear the flesh of other animals. Let's go with the next beak, that is the cracker beaks. Okay, birds eat nuts and seeds. There are some type of birds which do not eat the flesh or kill the other birds. Okay, but this type of birds, they eat the seeds of the plants, and so most of the seeds of plants are hard. तान होता है ना. Seeds क्या को बोलता है? A seed is a baby bud of a plant that grow into new ones, right? So the birds such as parrots, they have a cracker beak. So this cracker beak, it helps the birds to crack and open the nuts to eat the seeds inside. Okay, see here the image of a parrot. I hope you have seen a parrot, and how does their beak look like, right? So this is what it called the cracker beaks. Alright, tweezer-shaped beak. Some birds such as warblers eat insects, so their beaks are styled like that of a pair of tweezers to pick up and hold on to the insect. So do you know what is a tweezer? tweezer को तो मालूम ही होगा ना आप लोग भी. और tweezer क्या काम के लिए यूज करता है? For example, tweezer can be used by us to plug something or take out something, okay, which we cannot take out with our bare hands, right? And so this type of birds, they have their beak like a tweezers that help them to pick up easily and hold on to the insect. Okay, and there are also some birds that find and eat food from water, such as ducks. Okay, look carefully here. What do you see here? A strainer, मतलब चखनी ना, right? ये क्या काम के लिए आता है? For example, this is used by us while making a tea, right? So some water birds, they have this kind of strainer beaks, and while finding the food from water, the beak of the water birds act like strainers. चखनी जैसा काम करता है बोला है, okay? While finding the food in water. So when a duck takes a mouthful of water, वो जब खाना को पानी में थून रहा होगा, मुंह का अंदर में क्या होता है? The water will get inside the bird's mouth, right? So all the water और कंधा जो ये ऐसा उल्लू का बीक का अंदर में ऐसा चखनी जैसा है, so it will come out through the holes, okay? अब उसका खाना जो बाहर में नहीं निकलेगा, लेकिन कंधा और पानी जो बाहर में अपना से निकल जाएगा, leaving behind its food of insects and small fish. ठीक है? So water animals, they have strainer beaks. Now dropping beaks. This type of beaks we will find in the small birds like hummingbirds. Okay, and this type of beaks help the hummingbirds to feed easily on the flower of the nectar of a flower. मतलब कि वो लोग का beak जो straw जैसा है बोल रहे हैं, okay? बहुत अंदर तक जा सकता है, and with the help of this beak, this type of hummingbirds. What is hummingbirds? Some birds, they fly backwards, so they are called hummingbirds.